Lot on the agenda today. I barely have time to do this video, so we're actually going to do this fully vlog style. You're just coming along with me for as much of this as I can get, but super summer stuff. First of all, we're doing some planting in the vegetable garden. Second of all, I need to make a bouquet. We have our neighborhood block party tonight, so I will make a giant bouquet of flowers to stick on a table somewhere there. I need to go sailing. We have a short race today, and there's just not time to do everything. So just come on, let's go. By the way, I still have big plans for this path yet this year. I just haven't obviously done anything about it yet. So today I am planting quick turn crops in the vegetable garden, and you're just gonna watch a little bit. I'm not gonna tell you what I'm planting exactly because I'm also using the GoPro, because I've got the big camera set up because I have to take pictures, because I'm actually doing a blog post on this. So I'll put a link to the blog post. You guys want to hear more about what I'm planting and how I picked it, check that out. But let's just start planting. Lots of friends up here, up north, who love fall. They are into their pumpkin spice everything. By the way, not a fan of pumpkin spice anything, including pumpkin spice in a pie. And they are just like anxious for fall, and they're all done. But even those people, along with the summer lovers like me, up here, we take advantage of summer. We bring out every bit of summer that can be had and make the most of every summer day. And particularly here at the end of the season, not the end, but you know, we're almost to Labor Day, and so that feels like the end of summer, even though the weather is actually better in September than it is in most of the months of summer. But anyway, there is an urge to really milk every bit of summer you can. So that's what I've been doing. And that's what I'm going to do this weekend too. To the next bed. I think some of these onions are still growing, but I pulled out some. They're pretty, aren't they? They smell very oniony. And one garlic bulb that got forgotten. I think the rest of them are still putting on some size, so I'm going to keep some of those on the edge, take these in. I love growing your own onions. They're so good. Check out the Lobularia, aka Alyssum, Dark Knight and Blushing Princess that I have growing here along the back fence with the Belgian fence. Last year I grew Cosmos here, and isn't that just the prettiest little self-sower you ever saw stuck in there? I am planting a vegetable I have never grown before, and you guys are never going to believe what it is because it's super common. It's carrots. I don't generally plant carrots because I feel like they take up a lot of room in your garden for not much. I mean, we buy a bag of carrots and that's like one night for the two of us. So I always figure, like, how can you possibly buy enough? But you know what? This is a good time to try it. I picked out a special one that's going to turn over really quick. And so I'm planting carrots. I'm going to try not to plant these too close because I don't want to have to come back and thin these too much because I just know I'll forget. But carrot seeds are so tiny. Try not to get distracted here, but check out this nasturtium here. It looks like a geranium almost. It's all double. It's really pretty. This is the squash bed. This is butternut and honey nut and something else, an experimental one in here. But they're all pretty small still, so I'm gonna throw some fertilizer on there and hope we can't get these guys kicked into gear because honestly, the past few years, the winter squash has been my favorite thing out of the garden. By the way, one of the questions that I didn't get around to answering in last week's Q&A was about if I ever have squash bugs. And I mean, knock on wood, I've never had a huge problem with them. A few here and there, but never a huge problem with them. One of the things I do is I always plant nasturtiums with the squash, which is a little tip I got out of Jessica Walliser's Plant Partners book. And I mean, maybe that's the ticket right there. I just love nasturtiums all over the garden anyway, because I feel like, well, one, they're edible. Two, they bring in pollinators. And three, you guys know I love a pretty vegetable garden, so I'm just trying to water these in. Time is ticking. Okay. So I am not going to have time to make this bouquet before I have to go. So what I'm going to do is cut all the flowers for it, get them nice and hydrated, put them down in the basement where it's cool, and then make it right before I go. Unfortunately, that's not really how I do bouquets because I never know exactly what I want, so I tend to run out to the garden repeatedly and pick more, kind of make them while I'm picking. We'll just have to guess. Okay, the first thing I want to cut is some of this Veronicastrum, which is so pretty and such a good upright texture. There's also so many bees on it right now. We'll leave some, hey, nice ragweed I'm growing right there. There is a life I lead in this city. And there. Good job, Erin. I also want to take, I forget which globe thistle this is. I think it's Star Frost maybe. Take a couple of those, at least one of those. If you guys don't know globe thistle, it is such a good plant. I know people freak out because they think, oh, it's a thistle. But even after they've shed themselves, you can scrape off the dead petals and they still look good. But I'm gonna have to take off those leaves. Pygnanthema muticum. I love it in cut flower bouquets. You know, I wonder if this is Millennia transparent. I wonder if these stems would hold up. Let's cut a few and see. It might be really cool sticking way out of the bouquet. So here's where we have to start deciding about dahlias. I think I want to take that. That is, what is that, Sierra Glow? I think I'm going to take one of those. If I could take you back to my youth, to show you what I wish I knew. My will is strong with a place to run. In the moment I hung desperately. There are some beautiful, I think this is Jowie Nikki, and they're so gorgeous. So I gotta take one of these. When I return from my spinning bone, I'm remembering the words. I mean, that is too pretty of a flower right there. Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. I think I'm gonna need some foliage, so I'm gonna cut. One of my favorite things to use for foliage is Baptisia, so we'll cut a few of those. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone. Okay, the camera I think overheated or the battery ran out. So I did pick some of that unplugged So Blue Salvia, and I also picked, where'd it go, some Calamintha Montrose White. So we'll see. We're just going to let everything, it's all in cold water. We're down in the basement, so everything is nice and cool down here. So when we come back, we'll make this bouquet, and if we need to add a few things from the garden, we can always do it then. But think big here, folks. By the way, you're not coming with me sailing, and I only say that because some people have asked for a little bit of sailing footage, which is, I never know if I should do that or not on a gardening channel, but it doesn't matter anyway because we're super short on crew today, so I'm going to be way too busy to be worrying about cameras. But a few hours, I'll be back. Okay, well that took a lot longer than it was supposed to, but I'm back. I've got my bucket. I also remembered I have a whole bunch of flowers over in the vegetable garden in the cutting area that I didn't grab, but I can always go get those. This is what I'm going to use as a vase. This is actually like a flower canister. My neighbor, this winter, she went through everything and got rid of every kind of glass jar, whatever. She was going to give them all to Goodwill, and so she offered anything I wanted first. So I grabbed a lot of these to have containers to do flowers in that don't have to be returned, so I don't have to worry about it. I'm also really running late on time, and I obviously need to get cleaned up before we can go, so this is gonna be kind of rapid fire bouquet here. So I realize there's not a lot more room in there, but I really do think the snapdragons would look good in there, so let's go get them. Okay, I have to take these purple hyacinth bean flowers. Those are just too pretty not to use. So I'm going to use these snapdragons that are all sort of bendy along the edges, right in there. I love them sort of just filling in that bottom bit. Okay, see how that just filled in the bottom edge a little bit? And so you can't see this top of this as much. Okay, now we gotta get that hyacinth bean in there. That hyacinth bean, oh my gosh, is that gorgeous. Grow it just for that, if nothing else. Okay, that is a wild and crazy bouquet, and I will just hope that they have like a big buffet table or something I can stick that on, because it's not exactly something you put in the middle of like a dining table. Oh gosh, see now I don't even know which side should be the front. Ooh, careful, do not drop it. Cause like look at this side with that Penn Hill watermelon in there. Ooh, that's pretty. This one's a little poopy, but oh, it's all pretty. Okay, now I gotta clean myself up and get ready to go.
Hello, Ramona. I can't shake the simplest feeling beyond the ghost. We stand on the opposite shore. Hello, Ramona. I reach through mysterious ceilings, my only hope. I look for the things I don't know.